Then we go to the right to education.
Education?
Yes.
Okay.
The right to education, they have made a small change.
Ah.
Under the 2020 draft, basic and secondary education is free, compulsory, and available to all. Primary and secondary.
Okay.
Under this draft, they have removed secondary.
Oh,
so
yeah.
only basic education will be free and compulsory. So again, I think the government has to explain why they believe this is essential to remove. And
so let's go back. Under the 2020 drafts, which we must admit was inspired from wider consultation.
Yes.
It was established that every citizen has a right to education, secondary, tertiary,
primary and secondary.
Primary and secondary.
Free and compulsory.
Free and compulsory.
Yes.
But now
only basic.
Only basic. Secondary is removed.
They remove secondary.
So that means everybody must go to a basic school. Basic education, has some basic education, which must be compulsory and free.
Yes.
But the same cannot be assured of secondary.
Yes. And this is because Gambians pay taxes. Education and access to education is difficult, and a young person who is not given by their country the minimum, which is to be educated, will not have as much opportunity, and so on. The consequences are obvious. So in the 2020 draft, it was determined that this is what Gambians want. They want the government to provide free education.
But in the current state of affairs, public secondary schools don't charge fees for tuition fees, etc. Maybe a few books. But does this mean that people must now pay whatever charge is levied at senior secondary schools, even if they are public?
So I'm not sure the situation now, whether it's compulsory. So currently,
I have people in public schools, but what they do is they buy additional books, yeah, stuff like that.
Yes, so
more or less.
So currently, maybe basic education is free. Maybe some secondary education is free.
Yeah.
The question is it protected in the Constitution? For example, if your child is not given access to school at the basic or secondary level, can you go to court, for example, and force the Ministry of Education to make available in your region a school for your child to go to? I'm not sure you can do that now.
No.
But in the 2020 Constitution, the draft, as I have read it, was going to guarantee to every Gambian child, as long as you are Gambian, you are of basic and you are at the right age, you are entitled to basic and secondary education. And even if your parents, for example, did not want to take you to or give you access to it, the law could still protect you and force your parents, because it is compulsory for every citizen.
I see.
So that is what was in the 2020 draft. But as it stands now, they have removed secondary from it. So meaning every citizen will go to basic education, but secondary education is neither guaranteed to be free or
whether available.
Exactly.